The community where Brooks was shot and killed continues to heal more than 2 years later. 11 Alive Joe Ripley is live in southeast Atlanta after speaking with residents about how they feel now that the charges are being dropped against those officers. Joe.
In 3 words, disappointed, wronged, and confused. That is how residents I spoke with earlier today felt after hearing the special prosecutor's decision have those charges dropped from the officers involved in Rayshard Brooks' death, and after what they especially call a painful 2 years for their community.
They did not shoot him in the back in order to get him. That was wrong. And they talk about he had their laser. That laser was not going to kill nobody.
Columbus Ward lives in the Peoplestown community of Atlanta, about a mile away from where Rayshard Brooks was shot and killed in June 2020. He believes the officers involved were wrong. Special Prosecutor Pete Skandalakis saw it another way. He says Officer Garrett Rolfe was justified in his use of force and is dropping charges against him and Officer Brosnan. I sat down with members of the Peoplestown community, still feeling the emotions of that day over 2 years ago, the day Brooks died, and the week their community changed forever.
And one of my sons was shot. So, can you imagine the thoughts that I had when I heard about what happened to him? Well, that's wrong.
Bertha Darden says the shooting has put the community on guard, and the announcement that the officers would not be charged in the shooting only fosters more distrust between the community and police.
I believe in justice. I believe in having the police department because we need them. We really do. But they need to be trained how to deal with people mentally.
Tiny Prather expects people to protest and pray after the special prosecutor's decision. She just hopes they won't turn to violence.
We have to get out there and do whatever it takes to somebody listen and keep on doing it and try to get folks to not give up.
And in those protests 2 years ago, we saw the Wendy's where Brooks was shot burned down, of course. Coming up at 6, you're going to hear more from the community on what they thought of those protests and why they say they can't afford to have violence like that break out again.